Καλημέρα chat. Ώρα για τα πρωινά μου daily. Έχω κάνει ήδη το ένα από τα δύο daily dungeons. Έχω κάνει και το cooking. Τώρα μου έχει μείνει το fishing και το ένα από τα δύο daily heroics. Οπότε αναγκαστικά έπαιξα healer, holy paladin. Γιατί τους έλειπε healer από το party. Και είναι πιο εύκολο, φυσικά πολύ πιο εύκολο να βρεις party ως healer. Οπότε αφού πήρα και τα gear του healer, τον ετοίμασα, άλλαξα και πάμε κατευθείαν να δηλώσουμε και ως healer για το επόμενο dungeon. Όπως βλέπετε υπάρχουν πάρα πολλοί healers μέσα, μόνο εγώ και άλλος ένας είναι μέσα, δηλωμένοι ως healers. Για να δούμε και το daily. Βλέπετε με τη μία, βρήκα πάρτι. Το daily fishing. Πρέπει να ψαρέψω εδώ πέρα, ok. Αυτό είναι πολύ δυνατό. Γιατί η μουσική είναι τόσο δυνατά σχετικά με... Νομίζω εκεί είναι καλά.
I buy and trade.
Εδώ θα πεθάνουν όλοι. Εγώ το είπα. Ποτέ μη δίνετε νερά σε κανέναν εκτός από το healer. Ας έφερνε μαζί του. Και από τη στιγμή που σε αυτή την περίπτωση εγώ είμαι ο healer, πες το παραγαμηθεί. Επίσης ποτέ, μα ποτέ, μη χιλάρετε αυτοκτονικούς lock. Έχουνε life drain. Πρόβλημά τους. Το μάνα σας είναι πολύτιμο και πρέπει να φυλάσσετε κυρίως για το tank και για τον εαυτό σας. Ο Χριστός και η Παναγία. Ο μόνος λόγος για να χιλάρω το lock είναι επειδή χρειάζομαι και εγώ healing εκείνη τη στιγμή. Οπότε έτσι κι αλλιώς θα χάλουσα μάνα και είχα το beacon of light πάνω μου. Οπότε ας του δώσω ένα heal. Επειδή κανείς άλλος δεν χρειάζεται healing εκείνη τη στιγμή. Για τον ηλίθιο. Άμα έχει ηλίθιο tank, βλέπεις, βγαίνει out of sight. Ο ηλίθιος.
Run out.
Εδώ και αν θα πεθάνουμε. Με τους ηλίθιους. Δεν πρόλαβα. Και αυτό συμβαίνει άμα τραβάνε όλο το dungeon. Δεν θα κάτσω ασχοληθώ με τους μαλάκες, θα χαλάσω εγώ όλα με τα potions. Άμα είναι ηλίθιοι και δεν ξέρουν να κάνουν βασικά πράγματα. Είναι απλά τα πράγματα. Άστον εκεί το tank να παλεύει. Από τα πιο ηλίθια groups που έχω δει ποτέ. Γι' αυτό δεν μου αρέσει να παίζω healer. Γι' αυτό δεν μου αρέσει να παίζω healer. Δεν μπορώ να ταντεύω ηλίθιος. Όλη μου τη ζωή περιτριγυρίζομαι από ηλίθιος. Δεν θα κάθομαι να ταντεύω και ηλίθιος στα party. Στα party. Ή Μάρτον. Να παίζα raid, να πω: OK, ο καθένας αναλαμβάνει τις ευθύνες του. Άμα δεν μπορούν να κάνουν και πολλές μαλακίες, γιατί άμα κάνουν μαλακίες τρώνε kick. Εδώ είναι party, ο καθένας κάνει τη δική του μαλακία. Δεν θα ασχοληθώ. Κουράστηκα. And that's how you treat idiots.
Entire species. Over countless millennia. What no food there for you? None remain the only constant. Your presence here confirms this.
Μου αρέσει να τρολάρω locks.
What brings you here?
You're gonna act like a bitch, you're gonna get treated like a bitch. That's how it goes.
I am listening. Hello.
Greetings. Till next we meet.
Hello. Safe travels.
I supply only the finest goods.
Βλέπετε, 21, 22 κοντά G, τα repairs. Και γι' αυτό συγχαίρομαι να παίζω healer με τους ηλίθιους.
See you around. Hey there. Safe travels. How are you?
να ξεφορτωθώ τα healing gear μου. Α! Αχα, ενδιαφέρον.
See you later. Good day to you.
Γιατί δεν εμφανίζει ως σχόλιο? Γιατί δεν είχα την ασπίδα μου?
Have a good one.
Ο Χριστός και πότε.
You need something?
Όπα. Άκυρο.
See you
Ωραία.
later.
Και πρέπει να πούμε και το daily PG μας. Αλλά πρέπει να κάνουμε και το fishing μας που ξεχάστηκε. Α, έχουμε και άλλα να πουλήσουμε, σωστά. Δεν είχαμε χώρο. Πολλά ακόμα βασικά. Καλά, κάποια από αυτά θα πάνε απλά vendor. Ναι.
Open for business. Have a good one.
Κρατά στατιστικά. Αυτό είναι καλό. ή απλά vendor it. Τελείωσε η υπόθεση.
You need something? Safe travels. Need help? Light bless you.
Αυτό είναι καλό. 1%. Nice.
Hey there. Be careful.
What can I do for you? Go with honor.
Μπορούμε να δούμε κανένα βιντεάκι να περάσει η ώρα μέχρι το BG. Όπα. Τι να δούμε, τι να δούμε, τι να δούμε. Ας δούμε λίγο live χασίνση σε τους αγαπημένους μου streamers. Όπα, ξεχάστηκα.
Massive nerf. Yeah. The
Βαρετό, περιμένει στο queue. Βρήκαμε BG chat. Και είναι Altrak Valley. Και τώρα περιμένουμε. Chat. Τώρα περιμένουμε chat. Και γι' αυτό λατρεύω Alter Equality. Δες εδώ. Honor points στο τσακμπάμ. 372. Easy. Τέλεια. Και κάναμε και το daily το BG. Οπότε μέχρι να φτάσουμε dollar, ας το αφήσουμε αυτό εδώ. Για να δούμε λίγο χασίνσιν.
My motivation. Anyone can wield a weapon. Warriors make their own.
Well, I mean, where does this song play? Because it's under Riot's music. I don't know, dude. I'm getting bad vibes from this. Why would Riot's never done this? This is what's confusing me. A Skinline theme song? Really?
Ascended warlords monsters. They are not solution.
Yeah, if it's in the client, there's no way they allow you to get DMCA'd for that, right? That'd be fucking stupid. But then again, if I lose all my ad revenue for the day, that would be quite bad. Like...
Οκ, φτάσαμε τα άλλα παιδιά. Οπότε μπορώ να κάνουμε το fishing daily μου. Μόλις γίνει ένα reset. Μόλις γίνει ένα reset. Perfect. Δεν πρόλαβα να το κάνω το fishing για ένα reset. Ξύπνησα αργά, chat. Θα έπρεπε να ξυπνήσω νωρίτερα, αλλά είμαι πολύ κουρασμένος. Βέβαια πρόλαβα να κάνω το dungeon που είναι τα βασικά. Και το cookie που είναι ακόμη πιο βασικό από το fishing.
Can I assist you? Good luck, friend.
Ξανά Loken. Ξανά Calling of Strath.
Might be with you. Be careful.
Θα μένω τώρα. Ένα εδώ. Τέλεια. Yeah, no. Να αντέξω πάλι με τους ηλίθιους, οπότε... ναι. Γιατί έχουμε και άλλα κόρς να κάνουμε, ξέρω. Και έχω για φύση να κάνω, δεν βιάζομαι. Misclick.
Need help? Have a good one. Hello. Farewell.
What can I do for you? Have a good one.
Οκ. Μάθαμε ένα νέο recipe. Να κάνουμε και το daily cooking
Hello.
ξανά.
See you around.
Λοιπόν, για να μην βαρεθεί τη ζωή σας, chat, θα κλείσω τον ήχο. Μάλλον... τέλεια και κράσαρα. Jesus. Πάρε τόσο κράσαρα που κράσαρε. Ας ανοίξω το κέρδος φορές να ανανεώσω και τα add-ons μου. What the fuck is going on? Fail to delete. Nobody asked to delete.
looks like a piece of shit. I don't really know. And then white, which I could go for any of these. Honestly, I think what chroma am I missing? The one from the shop that nobody reminds me to get at the end of the game. Why'd I pick crop top? I played him for like 4 games. He's meh.
Θα κρατήσει μόνο τον ήχο, το βασικό ήχο της audio.
Red? Oh boy, we already did red. I was kind of hoping nobody would vote red because we've already done it.
Για να ειδοποιούμε για το...
So we're gonna do the baseline, the second highest guess. Sorry, y'all got scammed.
Hear my name and know my strength.
What song should we play with the Empyrean skin? Do you think this one?
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
I mean, it is the Empyrean theme song, you know. It is funny to annoy the shit out of you guys.
30 seconds until minions spawn. Minions have spawned.
If the enemy asks, I am the answer.
Does my mic have a built-in pop filter? I wish it had a built-in breathing filter. You can hear it right there. Like if I'm especially talking a lot, right? It kind of like I have to edit so much to remove all my breathing from videos. It really sucks.
Empire meets strength, Darius. Grow up.
Darius!
Okay. Βρήκαμε party chat. Huh? Okay.
run out.
Άμα έχεις crew που δεν παίρνουν όλοι damage χωρίς λόγο. Α, είναι σε μάτσο Χασίνς. Λοιπόν, να συνεχίσουμε το fishing. Όσο ψάχνουμε για group. Βασικά να πάω να κάνω τα quest του καλού arc. Οπότε να βάλουμε χωρίς ήχο αυτό. Και να ανοίξουμε τον ήχο του Χασίνς.
Draven's OP as hell right now, but I blame Eclipse build for that one. Oh, I give it to Pike. Whatever. Dude, that Darius matchup is becoming so frustrating.
Μάλιστα, βρήκαμε ήδη group πολύ γρήγορα. Όπα. Ανησυχώ για κάποια στιγμή. Εντάξει, το κάναμε complete. Ναι, πρέπει να ανεβάσω και το engineering. Καλό για τον. Θα κάνω ένα διάλειμμα chat. Οπότε τα λέμε σε λίγο. Βάλω να φάω και επιστρέφω.
So, Pike's just watching?
Your turret has been destroyed.
I am not dead.
Hold on. Okay.
I am the Vanguard. Anyone can wield a weapon.
None of you are just gonna hit that? Okay. She literally eat out of both my abilities. You know, I feel like I've said this before a million times too. Diana's E needs to not put her behind you. Having a spammable ability that puts her behind you makes it really fucking frustrating for most champions to do anything. Hey man, we played hard for bot lane. You don't understand. Surely now our bot lane carries us to victory. Dude, these games would be very winnable, but holy shit, I'm just getting AFK'd on every fucking game. In no world does Diana level 4 to top to AFK, not get a kill, not end up behind 5 levels. Yep, we played for bot. Good job, bot. We win now.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Public battle honors the master.
Less XP in the jungle, so shit like this actually gets punished. No top laner can deal with the jungle because the jungle can play like this and still be fine. Mistakes should be punishable. Jungle shouldn't be able to make a mistake, then outlevel you, make a mistake, then outlevel you, make a mistake, then outlevel you, and then get one kill and be like, nah, now I'm above you in level.
Enemy double kill.
I mean, they're all physical, so going armor here kind of feels natural. Yeah. None of you. Fuck all of you. Dude, holy shit. Let's actually look this up. I want you guys to understand why I say the jungle XP needs to be nerfed into the fucking ground. Let me actually show you just how much uphill laners are when dealing with how much stronger the jungle is than anyone. Like, the jungle could be slowed down by a fucking minute. A dead minute, it would still be broken. So here's Diana. She gets level 3 before the laners. She gets level 4 before the laners. At this point, she can literally wrap all the way around my ward, beat me to level 4, wrap all the way around my ward, then just go all the way going bot lane. Still higher level. There's nothing a laner can fucking do when the jungle has this much of a lead. They're a full 2 minutes ahead of the laners. It's fucking insane. There's just nothing laners can do when the power disparity between jungle and lane is that fucking vast. Like what can I do as a top laner? What can I do? Like in all honesty, what can I do? He beats me to level 4, and then he just sits on my lane. So what do? I have to go back to base. Like I could try to go get XP, but it's just going to be too far behind. Because they did not balance Cassante for the preseason items, which are a nerf. I literally can't comprehend why people think removing Sunfire, the best tank item, is a buff. What, did you guys not notice? That's how much of a lead the jungles have on laners? Yes, they have a full minute ahead of laners on XP. It's fucking insane. It's even worse on the side lanes because the minions take extra time to actually get there. Am I fighting Tom Kench? Really? And so the issue is that as a top laner, just because the jungle decided to single-handedly remove me from the game, I don't get to make any plays at that point. So then what he does is he does a second clear and then goes top lane level 6, beating me to level 6. So then I can't do anything because he's level 6 and I'm level 5 and he goes for the gank. They both flash, they end up getting the kill. I guess we'll do light blue this game. Or you can play near your turret and wait for your jungler. Does anyone see anything wrong with this problem?
We don't have to be friends, but we do have to fight together.
No, and that's the thing. You can't predict where the jungler is. Between fake leashes, between the 19th... Okay, let me actually explain... Okay, I'm gonna dead ass explain why you can't predict the jungler path anymore. If he starts blue buff, he can do blue to bot. Okay, there's a level 2 gank. Okay, he can do blue to wolves to gromp to bot. Okay, there's a level 3 gank. He can do blue to wolves to raptors to red to top, back to Krugs, back to a full clear. They can do blue to wolves to red to top. They can do blue, gromp, wolves, raptors, red, Krugs, top. They can do blue, wolves, red, top, fail the gank, back to scuttler, back to top. Do you see the issue?
Minions have spawned.
Open battle honors the hunt.
To be fair, at the replay, you had Division of Diana panting inside the river. Therefore, the gank was one of the few options she can make. And I was literally standing at my turret, letting myself get zoned off XP, waiting for it.
It's just the beginning.
Do you not see the issue? I literally had to get zoned off the turret. I had to get zoned off XP in order to try to prevent her from level 4ing my level 3. So at that point, I was behind XP for the entire rest of the game.
So must I.
Do you get it? I'm really hoping you guys are starting to formulate the problem in your head.
If the enemy asks, I am the answer.
Everyone talking about like, but Shinjin, if you did that thing that he literally did, then it can bad effects happen.
Hello
As I'm
again,
sitting here
chat.
like, but he did do that thing that he did, and you guys are like, nah,
Ας
and I'm
δούμε
just sitting here
ακόμα
like,
Shinjin. Σου κάνω βάλε τα
what?
πράγματα όπως fishing στο άλλο παράθυρο. Blind path γιατί θα πάω στο Σκαλουάκ.
First blood.
Dude, I don't care if the jungler gets easy. If it gets easy, that's fine. I just want the fucking XP nerfed into the ground. I'm so tired of the jungler being the one deciding factor in the entire game. And only if both junglers put in equal work, then you get a game. Exactly. The entire game is balanced around equally skilled jungles, but what if they aren't? Then the game breaks down like last game. What? You literally hear me pressing E the whole time. Why is his W not showing up until the last second? Just as a quick question. And why is it not showing up at all the first time?
An ally has been slain.
Like the sand, strike like the eagle.
He W'd out.
An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain. Double kill.
Holy fucking.
I feel like I was just not doing any damage to him at all. Okay.
I didn't give up then. I won't now. Act like failure is impossible.
Chat literally bending over backwards to try to justify the jungle being the most broken role in the game for like 5 years now. Yeah, if the bot lane loses 2v2, then if you're pathing bot lane, then actually... Okay, so if you're pathing bot lane and they lose 2v2, you're still the highest level in the game. Like, what? And again, with how many paths I went over, and are all viable, effective paths, you can literally detour into basically any path in the game and be fine.
Good is not enough.
Wide receiver complains that quarterback affects the game too much. Wow, that's possibly the worst example you could have taken. Wait, you don't think people complain all the time that the quarterback makes too much money and has too much impact? Wait, you realize it's literally an example people give that when one thing has too much impact, they call it the quarterback? What? That's literally... What?
Every scar, a lesson.
An ally has been slain.
Okay, not where I clicked, but sure.
Killing spree. An ally has been slain. Enemy rampage.
Chat trying so hard to justify their argument. Here, I can counterprove your entire argument in like 1 second. Which position in football gets paid the most money? It literally that easy, my dude.
We're here to point out all my mistakes. Good thing we separated, because he'd be right.
Guys, you can literally just Google this and it's the quarterback. This is what... You guys are literally trying to argue basic fucking facts about football now?
Ascended warlord.
It's by far the quarterback.
Different.
Like, what the fuck are you guys on? This is some, like, serious mental gymnastics, the like of which I've never seen. Just being like, no, it's probably the wide receiver gets paid the most. Are you serious? Like, this is copium that I literally didn't think was possible. This is like some sort of weird giga copium, dude. This is like I don't even know what to say about this one. This is like if delusion somehow had its own new delusion. No, it is by far the quarterback. You can literally. I'm literally looking at NBCSports.com. Which NFL position has the highest average salary in 2022? Unsurprisingly, quarterbacks are the highest paid position on most any NFL team, and it's not particularly close no matter how you measure it. Quarterbacks make an average of $7 million. The second highest is $2.8 million. 1/3 as much, guys. Like, when I'm saying this is some weird sort of gigacopium, I don't understand. This is not like a hidden fact. Everyone knows this. Everyone knows this.
Survival is just the beginning.
Dude, I don't understand this because, like, this is such obvious shit. I literally don't even know what to say. Yes, it is extremely common knowledge. And this is why, once again, it is a complaint that the quarterback is too important. Yes, they have actually talked about rule changes in the past. They've never come to anything to try to discourage the quarterback from being the most important role. Half the time, football games literally just come down to one quarterback against another quarterback.
Has been slain.
Yes, teams have literally won the fucking Super Bowl off quarterback difference. This, I don't. If you guys don't understand how big this difference is, it's like actually fucking insane. Like it's yeah. Jesus Christ.
Has destroyed a turret.
I will push them back, alone if I must.
So yes, the example of the quarterback is a really bad one.
Anyone trying to wield a weapon, warriors stand for
Shut down.
When one hunt ends, another begins.
Okay, so that was kind of amusing. Their entire team died getting CC'd by Cassante. That's actually really funny.
Even now, my people stand with me. My weapons aimed in their need.
Yeah, Morgana flashing into getting stunned by my third Q was pretty bad for them.
Be worthy.
That's pretty bad.
No monster greater than pride.
Okay. I was really close to TPing that.
An ally has been slain.
Hesitation is defeat. The desert was my mentor.
I need to clear that so I can do this ward. Yeah, I know, dude, I know. But no one else is here, so I could just die here for free. And it looks like I'm gonna die here for free. Oh! Okay, I mean, that's something. But I feel like if we were all there, maybe. I don't know.
Wish me dead. Keep wishing.
I have no idea. Literally nobody showed
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Act like failure is impossible.
I have more grass procs than him. Let's see. We almost have minimum cooldown on our Q. I mean, I can kill him. Maybe not now, but eventually. Victor being like, yay, useful champion.
Has been slain.
The stone plate is so I don't get literally one shot after ulting.
An enemy has been slain. An enemy is
Shit. I just have fuckface over there, fuckstick, shooting me the whole fucking fight. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Cassante needs his shit changed to magic damage so he doesn't just get completely cock-blocked by some of this shit. Like, it's not doable for a low damage champion to also be doing physical. Because then your opponent builds any armor or has any armor and everyone goes plated steel cap and everyone goes this. The reason it works for Set is he has % health damage, a lot of it, and he spams it and then gets a giga true damage nuke. It doesn't work for Cassante because he doesn't do much damage. He's got very little % health damage, and that's it.
Δεν έχω δει το τρίλερ του νέου χαρακτήρα του Cassante. Να το δούμε. Αρκετά έρευνα χασίνση. Champion Spotlight, yes.
Cassante is a proud monster hunter of the top lane, who transforms from a defensive tank to a lethal skirmisher. The city of Nazuma looks to him for his courage, resilience, and deadly power. He is both protector and apex predator. Welcome to the Cassante Champion Spotlight.
I'm done holding back!
Cassante is all about finding the perfect moment to prove your strength. So let's start with his ultimate, All Out. Cast All Out to target an enemy champion. If they collide against a wall, Cassante knocks them through it. He'll pursue his enemy to the end of their path, dealing damage and stunning them. If Cassante's prey doesn't hit a wall, they'll be knocked back a short distance instead, taking less damage. Whether his cast hits a wall or not, Cassante shatters his Entofos to turn them into sharp blades, entering all-out form at the end of his charge. While he's all out, Cassante gains attack damage that scales with his armor and magic resist, scaling with his health. But be careful, because all hit a wall, they'll be knocked back a short distance instead, taking less damage. Whether his cast hits a wall or not, Cassante shatters his Entofos to turn them into sharp blades, entering all-out form at the end of his charge. While he's all out, Cassante gains attack damage that scales with his armor and magic resist. He'll also gain Omnivamp, scaling with his health. But be careful, because all that power comes with responsibility. In all-out form, Cassante is no longer a tank. He loses a large chunk of health, armor, and magic resist. All-out form expires after a brief period, and Cassante will be ready to tank once more. He can also recast his ultimate to exit the form early. Cassante's passive, Dauntless Instinct, marks enemies that are damaged by his abilities. His next attack will consume the mark, dealing bonus damage based on their max health. In all-out form, attacks against a marked target will deal even more damage, scaling with Cassante's bonus armor and magic resist. Cassante's Q, Entofo Strikes, slams his Entofos in a line, damaging and slowing all enemies hit. If this ability hits an enemy, Cassante will gain a stack. At 2 stacks, his next cast of Entofo Strikes will fire a shockwave, knocking all enemies toward him and briefly stunning them. In all-out form, Entofo Strikes will no longer slow, but its cooldown is reduced.
I will push them back, alone if I must.
Use Cassante's W, Pathmaker, to begin charging a dash. Release to dash in a line, knocking enemies to the end and stunning them. During the charge, Cassante is unstoppable and takes greatly reduced damage. Damage and knockback duration will increase with a longer charge. When Cassante enters all-out form, Pathmaker's cooldown is refreshed. Cassante gains even more damage reduction, and his charge speed and dash speed will increase. Enemies will also take more damage, but they will not be knocked back, so be sure to knock them out instead. Use Cassante's E, Footwork, to dash to an ally or target location. Cassante will gain a shield that scales with his max health. When you can, it's best to save your sidesteps for your friends. Footwork's range is much longer when cast on a teammate, and Cassante will grant the same shield to them as well. You can use Footwork to jump to allies that are over walls, but your untargeted dash won't go the distance. Unless you're in all-out form. Entofo Strikes is your 1, 2, 3 punch for activating his passive damage. If you're able to attack between each Q cast, your opponent will crumble like the desert sand. Against stronger laners like Fiora or Darius, Cassante needs to play smart. Don't let pride become your downfall. Use Pathmaker and Footwork to stay out of reach. Once Cassante's powered up, his mid-game is pretty flexible. He's a capable match for any 1v1 if he's ahead, so he's free to split push and roam the map as needed. When it comes to teamfights, your primary job as Cassante is to protect a large group of very important people. Your team, of course. Stick with your backline and peel, and save your ult for when the best defense is a good offense. That's your moment to go all out on your prey.
I went all out. You did not.
All Out relies heavily on finding the correct positioning, since its impact is much greater when used against a wall. Use Pathmaker and Footwork to back your enemy into a corner. But remember, transforming is a double-edged sword. Make sure you land in a good place to take the weights off, or the hunter might become the hunted. A good leader knows the difference between when to act and when to lie in wait. Cassante will really shine if you're up for a challenge of decision-making and mechanical mastery. From protecting his allies to tearing through the enemy, he can do it all. Can you? Cassante, the pride of Nazuma, is here to finish every fight. Learn his lessons at the links below.
Ας δούμε λίγο Seth. Ναι.
Hey people, Seth here. Have you ever dug too deep and found something they don't want you to know? Sandy Loam, who is she and why can't I reach her? Have you ever fallen out with someone and restored your friendship using quantum entanglement to retroactively rewrite history and save them from a car crash that never actually happened? Have you ever wanted to skip a lifetime of formal education just by cooking a banana? And finally, have you ever had a fungal infection on your arm that, despite your best efforts, won't go away? No problem. Just cut it off. Then stab a syringe filled with anabolic growth hormones right into your chest and grow a new one. As you well know, mushrooms are a great source of protein. I just hope you're not picky about the origin of that protein. Everything said could be described as the raving of a paranoid schizophrenic, but it isn't. It's an everyday occurrence in the Caves of Quud, which I'm not sure how to say, so we'll just use the acronym instead. COC is like the negligent supervisor to a kindergarten daycare. When the kids ask him if they can collectively mutilate themselves in the sandbox, he doesn't say, no, don't do that. He says, give it a try. See what happens. Caves of Quud is an open-ended sandbox roguelike which is still in development. Despite this, it's entirely playable and extremely fun. Fun, which I define as I spent half a day with my screen looking like this, and I had to kill a man for his tattoo gun so I could drink the ink, pull the cord on a flashbang, and explode it into my open eyes. Why? Because in this game, that's how you cure monochromia. If pain and suffering are the extra edge to your enjoyment, you're gonna have a great time. If you're asking yourself right now, Seth, what the fuck am I looking at? It might not be your cup of tea, but I don't drink tea because they tampered my water supply, and ever since I started drinking from a public tap, I've been getting more and more of these androgynous body pillows. Let's be real here. Caves of Quud, Caves of Could, Cock, is not the prettiest of games. This is probably the only game you could get caught playing in the office and have your boss look at the screen and think, damn, my man's Excel spreadsheet looks fucked up. It's not a very visual game. Even though there are some nice visuals here and there, you're gonna have to use imagination. And if you can't, take my word for it that this random collection of pixels is actually a small farming community. So, what's the story of Quud? I don't know. There used to be an advanced transhumanist civilization living on Quud, but they're not around anymore. Instead, we got mutated everything, from humans to trees, from pigs to chimpanzees. Everything thinks, feels, and the plants talk behind your back. Welcome to Quud. It's a complete madhouse, but hey, it's very colorful. To play this stupid game, you need to make a character, for which you've got two options, mutant or truekin. What's the difference? Mutants are genetic freaks, and they randomly mutate their genome as they level up, which includes, but not limited to, multiple heads, multiple feet, multiple hands, 2 hearts, paralyzing stingers, regrowing limbs, the ability to fly, the ability to induce a brain aneurysm, spontaneous combustion, teleportation, phasing through solid objects, and even infinite nutrition from the sun, because your skin is made of chlorophyll. So, what's the downside? You're a horrific abomination, and if you encounter a certain holy inquisition of turbo-augmented race purists, they'll kill you on sight. Conversely, true to the name, truekin are humans that haven't mutated. They don't get mutations, they get cybernetic augmentations. These don't come cheap. You first need to obtain an implant, whether by chance or by cutting the electronics out of a dead Templar. Then you need to find an autonomous upgrade terminal, which, upon detecting that you are indeed a pure-blooded human, refers to you as aristocrat, and allows you to install as many implants as you want, provided your body has space, and provided you did not forget to upgrade your cybernetic software license. Because, even if a world is over, we cannot forget the importance of arbitrary, bureaucratic administration. And by God, you're going to follow strict HR protocol to get your transhumanist upgrades. Every registered cybernetic in your body runs a license cost. The total cannot exceed the license, which you have to upgrade using cybernetic credits. These are exceptionally rare, and there's no easy way of finding them. And rightly so, because cybernetics are absolutely ridiculous. Tired of your tiny, feminine hands? giant hands. Afraid of dying? Onboard, intravenous, AI-controlled injectors designed to pump you full of life-saving chemicals depending on the situation instantaneously. Do you want to fabricate narcotics in the middle of combat? We can install fingers on top of your fingers. And if you ever change your mind, you can swap them out for something else. However, amputating your legs to replace them with a set of motorized tank treads is, unfortunately, an irreversible process. Personally, I recommend you play a mutant when starting out. There's not really any bad choices in character creation, but realistically, don't get too attached to your first dozen. Once you're more confident, you can play Truekin instead, and abuse the system so hard, you'll forget the original purpose of this game. Attributes are simple, combat is even simpler, which is convenient because fighting is the main way to level up. You're going to be doing a lot of fighting, and death is an ever-present reality, especially at lower levels. If I'm going to be very honest with you, most of you will reach Red Rock for one of the early quests and get stoned to death by a pack of bloodthirsty baboons. My advice, get a gun. There's a lot of dangers out there, but bullets don't discriminate. They only penetrate. This game is all about risk management, and there's no telling what you're going to encounter, because nearly everything is randomly generated and unique to your save file. The settlements, the cultures, the lore, the layouts of dungeons and dwellings across the world, and even the pharmacological treatment for different types of disease are built completely out of RNG. Amazingly, it actually works most of the time. The only things that stay the same are the location of unique settlements, the topography of the map, and of course, the main quest line. Caves of Qud is quite unique in this regard, since most roguelikes don't have an overarching story. It's currently unfinished, so consider it entirely optional. If you're looking to follow an objective, and possibly, probably, most likely, die in a process. If it makes you feel any better, most players get to Golgotha, and then they quit. In my case, I got to Golgotha, came back, and then I realized that wasn't the hard part. What did he mean by this? I'm not going to tell you. You're going to have to experience that for yourself. I'm not joking when I say this game has one of the steepest difficulty curves, and one fatal mistake could end your entire playthrough. Or, you know, just hit Alt F4 and never tell anyone. Let me tell you about mechanics. Firstly, overlay UI. Turn it on. I have no idea why it's not the default, but it's virtually unplayable without it. There's a lot of interesting monster designs in this game. Interesting in their design to creatively reduce your life expectancy. Most common cause of death, a brick wall, because for some reason, mimics are level 25 and still generate where they shouldn't. That's good programming. Just like choosing Unity to be the basis of your sandbox roguelike. How about Rusty Sawblade that dismembers on every hit? I hope you have an extra head, because otherwise, it's game over. On the bright side, equipping your severed face as a homemade facial accessory is both fashionable and attractive. Do you like bananas? How about being peeled like a banana? Because for about half the banana trees in this game, the fruit comes to them. This may surprise newer players, as pressing Auto Explore in the Banana Grove is a guaranteed single-click shortcut to being disemboweled. Have you ever wondered about the struggle of living with dyslexia? If so, encounter a psychic master and his slaves, and you won't have to wonder anymore. And why not say, fuck it, let's add a giant magnet to the game, because stripping you of your dignity is no longer enough. We're going to forcibly strip you of your items as well. And considering most people have auto pickup turned on by default, watch as your character is forced into an infinite dance of losing items, picking them up, only to lose them again until you starve to death or smash escape fast enough to turn it off. You know the Great Pyramids of Egypt? Imagine they could fly. Now imagine you fused it with a Sherman T-34 Calliope and expanded the rocket tubes to 100. Not too bad when you consider a rocket salvo is only 10, unless they get you up against a wall, in which case you get slammed repeatedly until they empty the entire rack, and then they fabricate and replace each and every high explosive missile in a single turn. At this point, why not give it an automatic force field and the ability to randomly teleport across the map? Everything described as an enemy inside Caves of Qud. Is it a unique optional boss fight? No, it is a common occurrence in the Deathlands, known only as a chrome pyramid. And if you see your screen vibrating and glitching, it's a good time to leave. If that sounds overwhelming, let me assure you that's not the case, because every creature in this game, from birds to trees, plants to ants, baboons to raccoons, everything belongs to a specific faction, and their relation to you is dependent on your reputation with a group. If you're hated, even the peaceful ones will try to rip you apart. If you're loved, even the most aggressive members will protect you as one of their own. This applies to others as well.
Chimps eat the fuck out of monkeys.
And the relation between factions controls their behavior. Let's say you wear a beaded bracelet. This tricks baboons into thinking you're one of their own. That doesn't mean they're not aggressive. That just means they're not aggressive to you.
They hunt monkeys. They corral them in. It's the most ruthless shit, because there's a video of this chimp eating a monkey while it's alive.
No.
It's holding onto the monkey and biting its hips and just pulling chunks of meat while the monkey's screaming like, ah!
So, how do you influence reputation? Reputation isn't affected by helping or killing normal people, only celebrities. Much like real life, if you kill a lot of short people, they won't rise up against you. But if you kill a famous Minecraft YouTuber the size of a small child, they'll start to notice. Every faction randomly generates legendary characters, and interacting, bonding, or straight up murdering them will influence your reputation, depending on that character's personal history. For example, this is a legendary baboon queen. She is naturally loved by her people. However, she accidentally dug up some robot's dead grandfather, probably a TI-84 calculator. She also sold confidential banking details from one village and stole some shit from another. Quite understandably, these factions don't like her, and smacking her dead with a heavy branch would probably make a lot of people, excluding those that use shit as a projectile, incredibly happy. Now, the most precious resource in Quad is water. There's not much of it around, so the act of sharing your water is one of the most culturally significant actions you can take. Your thirst is mine, my water is yours. Performing a water ritual will bond you together and strengthen relations. The factions that like them will like you even more, but the factions that don't will dislike you by association. However, sharing water with another only later to betray your brother is the worst crime you can possibly commit, and even the enemy of thy enemy will regard you, the kinslayer, with open hatred, as will every faction in the game. Of course, you can always use a Schrodinger's page. Remember, it's not considered historical revision when you're doing it with quantum entanglement. As briefly mentioned, water is the most valuable commodity. That's why we don't have currency. Water is currency. We don't go by greenback or gold. We go by water, and we trade it by the dram. 1 dram of water is approximately 1/8 of a fluid ounce, or about 3.6 ml. It is the smallest unit of trade, and a water skin can hold up to 64 drams of fluid, 8 fluid ounces, or about 230 ml. In Caves of Quad, we drink our currency. In this world, poverty isn't begging on the streets. Poverty is dying of thirst, and so you need water to live or trade, meaning your currency is actually damn heavy, and there's only so many water skins you can carry around. It's an interesting system, effectively forcing you to trade valuables for other valuables, and measure out water to even out the difference. But to even earn your water, you're going to have to go into the great unknown. Explore, plunder, and pillage your way across the world, and hopefully you can come back alive. It's going to be dangerous, but when the alternative is certain death, I think I'll take my options. Survival is not easy, but the game offers you a diverse variety of skills to help you stay alive. Each time you level up, you get skill points, which can be freely distributed to suit your character. Finding combinations that work is a matter of experimentation. For example, I once made a mutant with 6 arms, with an axe in each hand. Axes specialize in dismemberment, and dual welding specializes in attacking simultaneously with each arm. Each turn, my abomination took off up to 6 limbs, including the head, and believe me, everything eventually runs out of limbs. On top of that, you'll run into items you don't understand. These will be described as an artifact and require successful identification to properly use. For example, if your character is a complete dumbass, he has no concept of a folding chair. Instead, he'll see it as a collection of strange tubes. Also, don't do this with stuff you don't own, because in the process of delicately smashing it to pieces, you might unintentionally break it. And the excuse of, sorry, I was just identifying, doesn't work when you're being violently murdered by a pack of villagers. Artifacts are amazing and offer you great great flexibility, often augmenting or replacing abilities you don't have with their mechanized technological equivalent. These include, but are not limited to, instant teleportation to any XYZ coordinate, biodynamic fuel cells powered by blood, handheld nuclear grenades, or even a pair of rocket skates designed for their intended purpose to burn down every forest in the game. Not only can you use them, but with a tinkering skill, you can also craft them. And provided you've got the appropriate blueprints, you can not only craft them, but also modify them to your heart's content. And for the longest time, that seemed like the limits of this game, until I went further beyond and discovered cooking. Imagine living in a world where the difference between life and death is decided almost entirely by what you had for breakfast that day, because that's what cooking is to Caves of Quud. When everything is so mutated, even consuming the mutant will give you their properties, and adding more mutants to the dish will increase the possibilities of your ridiculous combination. For example, I can engineer a chance to heal to full health on any tick of damage. Then I pour acid on my feet and become immortal. Or I can use a mental mutation to spawn a huge number of plants that explode when you step on them, eat a gecko that gives me complete immunity to fire, and intentionally cause a chain reaction that turns the entire map into lava while leaving myself untouched. Or I could ask a gigantic sewer slug for his favorite soup recipe, drink it, and turn myself permanently into a gigantic sewer slug that stores, pressurizes, and spits entire rivers of acid. With all that knowledge, the only thing left is to go deeper. Many people go into caves and they don't come back. Usually they have stupid names like Nutty Putty Cave. A man actually died there. There's a mother out there that had to explain to her kids, yeah, your father unfortunately passed away in Nutty Putty Cave. Do you want that to be you? But I digress, because everything I've told you up until now has been the surface of Quud. What does that mean? It means I've played long enough to see the game for what it really is. A series of challenges that appear impossible until you realize every problem has a solution. And once the puzzle pieces click together, you'll reach that epiphany that the entire system is, by design, designed to be subverted. The sandbox wants you to break it. It wants you to achieve your goal in the most creative way possible. Let me tell you about the real Caves of Quud. For a start, we need a lot of money. We don't have time to earn it, so we're going to print it. Welcome to the lava economy, because lava is extremely valuable. 1 dram equals 16 drams of water. Okay, great. However, we can only store it safely inside a 1 dram glass vial. A water skin holds 64, but starts burning the moment you put it in. Previously, I could extinguish the fire caused by the lava by pouring water on it, and leaving the water skin perfectly intact for me to sell. The developers patched this out and reduced the value of lava twice, but that didn't stop me. Instead, I streamlined the process. Normally, fungal colonies produce lava, which is a good source of early money and parasitic infections, but their capacity is limited. We need industrial quantities. You need to find and identify a thermal grenade and a freeze grenade. Any generation works, but a Mark III is preferable. Next, we need bananas, either 6-day stilt or banana grove. Preserve it into sun-dried bananas, cook it, gain psychometry. Use psychometry to read the early history of every artifact in your inventory without paying for a data disk ever again. Get tinkering to level 1 so you can disassemble scrap and craft grenades. Go to the desert canyon, locate a nice pocket of shale rock. Quick trivia, what's the melting point of shale rock? About 1,000 degrees. Chuck thermal grenades in quick succession until it melts. Congratulations, we've just made lava. Fill as many water skins as you can hold and throw them far away. Now refrigerate them. Congratulations, you have now freeze-dried your lava. Head back to town and buy whatever you want. With the Federal Reserve forever printing lava, we don't have to worry about money anymore. Next, we need to metagame harder. Liquids are important to this game. Liquids are vital. Liquids also mix together and get tainted in the process. Would you like it if a woman stepped in your bowl of cereal? Don't answer that. At the 6-day stilt, there's a merchant of interest. He sells liquids, sometimes exceptionally rare liquids. He's going to be the catalyst to our success. But there's one problem. He's only one man. We need more more. Have a look at my game. Now let's read the names together. Ichor Merchant, clone of an Ichor Merchant, clone of a clone of an Ichor Merchant. You get the idea. We're going to buy his cloning solution, pour it on his body, and watch him multiply. And then we're going to buy cloning solution from his clones to multiply them as well. Why? So we can buy more cloning solution to duplicate any merchant we desire. It takes some time, but first you have to plant your crops before you can enjoy the harvest. Now we're going to buy our way to immortality. How? By purchasing every file of neutron flux. And then you're going to cook some gravity. Neutron flux gives you a permanent +1 to your armor value, with a 1 in 4 chance of gravitational collapse. Seth, I don't like those odds. Neither do I. Take a Sphinx Salt Injector, stab it into your arm, start cooking. If your body collapses under the weight of a neutron star, go back. Because that never really happened. Because precognition is a vision of the future, not the present. And if you don't like that theoretical timeline, you go back to a divergent point in time when you first injected that cocktail. Walk around, live life, and try again, when the deterministic dice roll of RNG will give you the outcome you desire. Yes, this game has save scumming built into the mechanics. Reach immortality. Keep eating bananas. The potassium is good for you, and good for your newfound ability to craft nearly every item in the game. Next, the one and only reason I play Truekin is to pacify the Templars. Unique Templars carry a very special cocktail. Unfortunately, they're extremely trigger happy, and they have a tendency to inject it upon any sign of conflict. As a Truekin, I simply walk up to them and buy it for a pathetic sum of money. What is it? It's an injector filled with ether nectar. Injecting it gives you a permanent +1 to a random attribute, but that's not good enough. We're going to preserve it and condense the nectar, and then we're going to use precognition and cook it, which gives us a 1 in 4 chance of getting +1 in all of our attributes permanently. However, these are quite rare and I can't know if I'll ever find another. So first, I find a high-level merchant, clone them repeatedly, and buy metamorphic polygel. This is cloning solution for items. So now I can theoretically scale my character to an infinite amount of armor, infinite amount of attributes, and once I clone all the bookstores, an infinite amount of Schrodinger's pages that I can use to gain an infinite amount of reputation. And still, I get one shot by a fucking rusty saw. Remember that chrome pyramid I talked about? Previously, nobody actually knew how to deal with these until one insane madman EMP'd the force field, charged the chrome pyramid, and with a small flick of a blade, disarmed it. Yes, he ripped off the entire swarm rack. That same swarm rack can be picked up and used. However, the average player can only hold a weight of about 300. This thing weighs 1,500. So
Έφτασα το phishing στα 210 chat, οπότε και το θέμα είναι τώρα, δυστυχώς πρέπει να φύγω για τη δουλειά. Γι' αυτό συγχαίρομαι να δουλεύω απόγευμα. Δεν μπορώ να παίξω όσο θέλω. Μου σπάει τη μέρα στα 2 και μου σπάει και κάτι άλλο. Λοιπόν... Σας χαιρετώ και τα λέμε αργότερα. Ciao.